Hello. We are
Happy
live.
Saturday.
It
It is
is.
time. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
It's time
I'm
for
ready.
the winners of the Dad Jokes for Change.
Woo!
We've got so many winners to announce and so much fun stuff to talk about.
Yes. Um, I have been crunching some numbers for you guys so
Awesome.
that you can see what we have and how we've been able to kind of move some of those things forward and getting our goals met. So, if you haven't heard yet, we have 1,000 classrooms that we are trying to fund from
Yay.
September of this year through August 31st of 2024, which makes a calendar year. Loveliness.
Yeah.
We first started this, we knew that we were going to be getting into classrooms. We've launched our waiting list for
Yes.
those classrooms that are needing to be funded, because we don't want there to be any reason that the schools can't get access to this very crucial information. So, you are going to find out here shortly how much closer we've been able to get to our goal of funding 1,000 classrooms. But before we do that, let's actually find out more about our classroom program, and we'll kind of share about our Pro Power.
All right. All right. Who's excited?
I
Gets
am.
me all pumped up.
I was like, that's some good music. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
I'm really excited to really get into the development of the curriculum and then to see how kids respond, how they take ownership of these lessons. And I'm excited because our team is taking shape, and we've got us, but it's not just us, thankfully.
Mhm.
We've got a school counselor,
Yep.
we've got a teacher, we've got a homeschool teacher, we've got another person with lived experience, and we have a social worker on the team so far. I think we may have one or two others that will be joining the team, but I'm so excited because it's happening.
Um, we actually have 5 people with lived experience.
Oh, awesome.
I know. So when
Oh,
we say people with lived experience, we're talking about people that have experienced human trafficking, whether that's exploitation, whether that's labor trafficking, whether that is obviously organ trafficking, or like baby. Did I say the same one twice? I
I
did.
don't. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
All right, that's fine.
I trust that you're saying the right thing, but it's all right.
Yes. So that means that, between all of those things, it really is kind of a crazy situation to be able to
Mhm.
pull everybody together, to be able to have all of those eyes on the same curriculum, making sure that we're covering the bases in a way that honors families. We want to bring families into the solution and not actually have it be a this is only for kids. So,
Yes, yeah. And what I like about the program where we're developing is we have the curriculum for the kids, we have the teacher sheets to kind of facilitate, but also this includes the partnership on the Bring Freedom site for the parents, which is super great because they'll be educated, they'll be equipped to answer questions, and also to protect others in their community and really take action in their own community, right? Yay! I love that. Do you want me to put the partnership thingy up there? So, because it kind of goes hand in hand. So, all
right. Yeah.
right, here it is. This is chill music.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. So I am going to give you another second because I just had somebody message me that said that their vote for the dad jokes just went through.
Oh, let me check it. Whoop, I got that
So
up.
we'll be able
Yes,
to
all
update
right.
that. And then for those of you that didn't know, we did have an auction going. Um, our auction items were a mixture of items that were um, donated from local businesses. There were some travel auction items that were, or fancy items that were more consignment, where they were giving us a really great discount, and then anything that we earned over that discount was able to go toward funding classrooms, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Um, because I'd never heard of anything like that before. But we were able to tap into that. We were very excited about it. Um,
It will be 1 minute videos at a time because attention spans are short.
yes.
Okay, so they'll have 1 minute video,
Mhm.
and the teachers will be having like a sheet to be able to facilitate discussion. So it's very interactive, but yeah, just
Yes.
1 minute lessons, 1 to 2 minutes.
Yes. And they will be building
Yeah,
on other videos.
on
So,
each other.
this way we're kind of exposing them to the information a little bit at a time so it's bite size
Hmm.
and digestible. Because we don't want it to be, even with our partnership program, we really don't want the information to be so overwhelming you can't do anything with it.
Yes.
So having the kids' videos being 1 to 3 minutes really keeps it within their attention span time
Hmm.
frame, and it allows them not to kind of get too distracted.
Yes. And, depending on the classroom and the teacher, they could do one of the videos like at the beginning of the week and show it again at the end of the week to kind of reinforce. That gives, yeah, I was going to say that digestible bite sized pieces. Bite
Yeah,
sized pieces for the win
yeah,
because, they're used to just kind of scrolling through videos on
right.
online now,
Yeah,
and it's attention spans.
it's true. Even our attention spans have gotten shorter.
Flip, flip, swipe, swipe.
Yep. So I say that to say we're trying to make this very user and applicably friendly.
Yes, yes,
So
for sure.
Um, so yeah, even if you guys have any questions about our partnership program, go ahead and put that in the comments as well. You
Yeah.
can ask us anything about that. You can ask us anything you'd like about our Pro Power thing. And then, did you send the updated amount for the in the private chat so I
I
could do
did
those totals?
not. Sorry, I
That's
don't
okay.
have. I don't even know how to get to the private chat.
if you
But I
get all
have
the
it. I have it. So it's good. It was actually the winner stays the same. So
okay, evidently that's a good joke. Or set of jokes, whichever.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, um,
Now I'm like, where is the private? Oh, there it is. Just see it. La la. Yeah, I'm still learning all the technology too. So everybody's like, Dixie, you do all these videos all the time. I'm like, yeah, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going with the flow. But all right.
all right.
Um,
So, I wanted to reiterate where we started from before we actually announce our winners, so then we can kind of tally what you guys have been able to do and how we've been able to move forward and how important that is in this season. So, when we started off last week before our auction went live, we had already projected, um, we had already collected $1,073
mhm,
in fully paid things towards classrooms.
mhm.
And then we
That's
had $6,000 projected over the coming year of people that have decided to partner with us long term. And you can see we have our sponsorship levels. So if you want to be somebody that partners with us throughout the year, like maybe you don't want to bid on an auction item, maybe you're like, I don't need any of those things. I want my money to go directly towards classrooms.
awesome.
You can become a sponsor, and there's all these different benefits. Did you want to pull up some of the sponsorship thing while I finish talking about this? Because I did not tell you to do that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bring it up. That's
Okay,
fine.
perfect. So that means that where we were sitting before we ever got started with this fundraiser, we had 42 classrooms fully funded, with almost another one. We were really close. And then we had 240 more classrooms that are projected over the next year, people that have dug in with us to say, um, what's for change? The change is that we are preventing human trafficking in children here in the United States.
Yeah.
So, dad jokes for change. We're making sure that we're announcing our winners today, and we're
Yeah.
talking about what was raised as people voted for their favorite dad jokes, and all of
Mhm.
that money is going to fund the classrooms in our Pro Power program. Uh,
Yes.
It goes to our organization called bringfreedom.org, and every dollar raised goes towards a $25 funding per classroom. We're trying to raise the funds to bring human trafficking prevention, education, and awareness into classrooms at no charge to the classrooms themselves. And that
Mhm.
way, we're able to make sure that there's not funding um, as an issue or a barrier to people getting this information.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. You want me to bring up the sponsorship page?
Yeah, that's
All
great.
right. Here we go. Can you see it?
Yes.
All
Right.
right.
So we did start out with one person that was a Patreon sponsor,
Patron.
and
Ooh,
they actually moved into being
a patron.
a patron. So we had those that one, and then we have two patrons at the patron level now. And those are ways that we are able to um, kind of count on the money coming in consistently and moving forward, to make sure that the education pieces are going, that we have the free community challenges. They're
Mhm.
partnering with us and getting the curriculums out, not only for kids, but also for adults. So this is really a big deal.
Yes.
All right.
And our
So,
our sponsorship levels start
mhm,
with a small business partner. If you have a small business, this is a charitable donation. So we have a 501(c)(3). So we have small business partner level. That's just $250 annually, right? And each one of these has specific benefits, and you can find this on the sponsorship page on the bringfreedom.org website. Is that good? All right. So we start a small business partner at $250, then on to benefactor at just $500 annually. Patron, as you mentioned, we already have two, maybe more, but at this point we know of two. Patron, $1,000 annually, which, this is the bread and butter of our organization. You are definitely helping us be consistent, putting out the different educational aspects of Bring Freedom. A gold patron sponsors at $2,500 annually. That's just $200 a month with just 100 extra. So it's totally doable for a business owner or somebody who wants to get that extra tax benefit. But definitely will help us. And the platinum patron at $5,000 annually. Obviously, we welcome all gifts because that means that we can further our reach and bring out more to the community, right? And so it's easy to sign up. This is how you do it. It says right here, business membership, join today. You pick which level you want to do. And then it's just a checkout. Super easy just to do it on there, and we'll be notified. And and then we'll be in contact with you as to all the benefits that you receive. All right, I'm going to remove that. Okay.
Sorry, I
Wonderful.
appreciate that. It's been we have I personally have had whatever summer cold went around. So
Yeah.
I keep trying to mute myself because of coughing. But
Yeah,
we're all getting better on the up and up now.
which is really awesome.
Yeah,
Yay! We're excited.
I'm very excited. So,
Okay. What are we ready? Are we ready to announce the
well,
winner?
the number that we had ahead of time was
Oh yes,
282
sorry.
classrooms.
Yes.
Sorry. And that was the ones that were already funded and the ones that are projected to be funded. And then right now we had $75 in votes for the dad jokes competition, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. Um, we had $75 in that. We did receive a $50 check, which is to sponsor two classrooms. And then we did have a donation on our Better World site, which is the $23.97. Plus, all of our auction items together helped raise $245. So we're looking at $393.97. Woo!
Awesome.
We're so excited about that, you guys. And that means we have almost 16 more classrooms that are funded,
Yeah.
which for us, this is a really big deal. Let's see here. We have, let's see, all right, plus two. So we are just one classroom shy of 300 classrooms.
Oh, we're so close.
I know. It's so
We'll
good
get there
though.
soon. We'll get there
Yes.
soon.
So we are very, very, very excited about that. We could not do this without you. You guys, even if you were one that submitted a video for the Dad Jokes for Change, if you were somebody that voted on your favorite dad joke or maybe your favorite couple dad jokes,
Mm.
those were pretty good as well. If you were somebody that donated auction items or, took your time to Um, looks like we are 1.3 item or 1.3
Shy.
classrooms shy of being
Oh,
at
okay.
300 classrooms.
All right. So close.
So, woo! All right. We are really, truly, truly honored that you guys were able to do that. And then, as far as the videos are currently in development. And what we have done is we have compiled, which I guess a couple of you are on here. Um,
Mhm.
I'm so sorry. We have compiled a team that is working together to build this curriculum out so that it is not just Dixie and I's
Yeah.
minds together, but we'll have oversight from a school counselor. We'll have oversight from somebody who is a social worker. We have public school teachers. We have a homeschool teacher. We do have a nurse. We have people that are kind of skilled and developed in like early childhood development, that sort of thing. We have 5 persons with lived experience themselves that have experienced trafficking in some sort, as well as um, a couple of actual kids themselves that were trafficked as kids that are still kids, that are going to be working together and doing the feedback for this so that we know the language makes sense, so that we know that it's appropriate for the different age groups.
Mhm.
There will be age breakdown because obviously you're not going to teach the same thing to a kindergartner that you would to an eighth grader, that sort of thing. But a lot of the things that are allowed to happen because people don't know what's right and what's wrong.
Mhm.
And they don't know that because who has really experienced human trafficking in an open format where they're like, oh, that wasn't okay. Maybe they're going off of a gut feeling of, hey, that doesn't feel good, or, hey, I feel pretty gross about this, or something like that. But I know even for myself, when I was growing up, I didn't have the language to go to somebody and say, I was being trafficked. I
Right.
was trafficked or exploited.
Mhm.
Those were not words that I had until I was well into my 20s, to even be able to put a frame around the actual experience that I had. And I hear that over and over and over again, from the people with lived experience. They didn't know they could say something. They
Yeah.
didn't know what to say if they did say something. We hear a lot of that because we have our podcast. So if you listen to the Persons with Lived Experience podcast, which you can see up in the corner of the screen, um, you're hearing how people are trafficked in the Americas every single day,
Yeah.
and that this has been happening for generations. We're not the first generation to notice it. We're definitely not the last generation that is going to be working on it, but it is going to take all of us working together and building that net and bringing things out of the darkness and into the light. That means, having people be aware what is trafficking and what isn't trafficking.
Right. Right.
You can't see something and say something if you don't know what trafficking is.
Yeah.
If you think that trafficking only happens in third world countries, you can't see something and say something because
Exactly.
it's outside of your paradigm. And traffickers today are counting on you not knowing what trafficking is so that you're looking the other way and you're not paying attention, and that they can do this stuff out in the open without having to hide, without having to be worried about what's going on, and without having to even be worried about being called out for what they're doing. So, this is one of those things where we're building communities together because we want it just to be the kids are getting at their age appropriate level, but then the parents, the families are able to come together. And when maybe they have a child that's not in a classroom that's sponsored,
Mhm.
but their one child that does gives them access to the videos so they can play it for all their kids, so they can have discussion at home, so that the parents, because maybe the parents didn't know. I would tell you, even though I was trafficked, that my parents couldn't tell you what trafficking or exploitation was,
Yeah.
not in a real life scenario, not in what it actually looks like in your situation. And
Mhm.
now we have the added layers of those who are neurodivergent a lot of times, senior citizens a lot of times are
Mhm.
trafficked or exploited for their, social security checks, which is just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it's kind of across the board. So I say that to say, we know that it's going to take all of us doing something, every generation coming together and working together. And we couldn't do that without you guys donating, without you voting for the dad jokes, without you bidding in our auction, so that we can get these classrooms funded.
All right. You ready to announce the winner of our dad jokes
I
contest?
All right, let's see. I want to see in the comments, who did you guys guess? Yes.
Anybody got a guess of who won? Did you
So
get to see all the
there
video?
is just a little bit of a delay. So
Yeah.
I always have to remember that sometimes we're talking and it gives you guys a few seconds before
Yeah.
it actually puts it out there. So 1 second here.
Yes. All were great. Um,
I'm not gonna lie.
I definitely got some giggles out of each one.
Yes, I am somebody that I'm like really cheesy at heart. So the whole dad jokes thing just absolutely tickled me pink.
Yes.
Yes. I was like, this is why we had you guys vote. Because if it was up to me, I would not be able to pick between people.
Oh, they all made me laugh. So yeah, that's why we needed other people to vote.
So it looks like in order for us to get to the 300 classroom mark, we would need $33.25.
Yeah. So
So close.
close. We'll get there.
Oh,
We'll get there soon.
yes, yes, yes. Awesome.
Yes.
That is the best.
Yeah.
All right. So we've had somebody say Antonio. I had somebody else that private messaged me Antonio. So I'm a little concerned. Do we have some other some other takers there? All right. That's fun. Yes. And by the way, we really do appreciate you guys asking questions
Oh, for sure.
on all of the Pro Power stuff. We want this to be completely on the up and up because that's really important. Having all those things there. All right. So do we need to do a drum roll? What about Bob?
Oh, where's my little fun noise app? There, I gotta have a drum roll.
You gotta have
Right?
a drum
Yes.
roll.
We'll have to close that though.
It's
Hold on. Sorry. I had to close my other thing and turn my volume back
right.
up. Could you even hear that?
No, that was weird.
Try
It sounded
again.
like static.
Who's the winner?
It is.
You're
You
gonna say
know.
Antonio is the winner of the Dad Jokes for Change 2023, and he's gonna get a T-shirt like this.
Yes. So we are so grateful that you guys put in your dad jokes. It's yes, it is a movie title. You're right.
Yes.
It was not somebody who submitted a joke.
Yeah.
But we are so excited. Yeah, because we had 75 votes, if you can believe it.
Yes, we have the Pro Power on the website now.
Yes. Also, with it being on the website, we have our sign up form for classrooms to go ahead and get put on the waiting list. So if you would like this in a classroom that is near your community, go ahead and share that with teachers, with administrators, different things like that, so that we're able to go ahead and make those connections. We're able to start working on that. Every district, every school has different priorities and objectives and things like that. So that's why we're working so closely with people that are actively in the school systems. because we want to make sure that it matches the objectives and the goals and all the things that they need. So,
Yeah.
yay!
Right. What next?
Right.
I know we have the auction winners to announce very soon, but did we want
Yes.
to just briefly touch on how we have season 5 of the podcast that just started this week?
Yes.
So exciting!
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I muted myself. I did not get there in time.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, guys. This has just been yep.
Yep.
Season 5 of the podcast debuted with an amazing lady who is
Oh, sorry. That was
um
jump the gun there.
okay. She is actually neurodivergent. She is autistic, and she shares a little bit how, being exploited when she was younger kind of set her up to be trafficked later as an adult. So it is it's a intense thing. But yes, season 5
has
Can you
begun.
believe that?
It's so fun. I'm going to go ahead and show it.
All right.
Well, sorry. I'm all thumbs. That was actually the Patreon video,
Yeah.
but let me go ahead and add the actual podcast video.
There we go.
Whoop, that's it.
Woo! All right. So, let us know in the comments if you've listened to some of the episodes of the Persons with Lived Experience podcast, or if you've been on the podcast. I
Yes.
personally have been on the podcast. So I'm going to type in there that I've been on the podcast.
Of course. I've been on, but not as a guest.
Yeah. No, I was on. I have to tell you, for whatever reason, it was so weird. Like I talk to people all the time. I share my journey, and for whatever reason, it was very strange to actually share it on the podcast. But It was also a little therapeutic.
It is.
So,
I think it's cathartic.
yeah.
But
Yes. So, we wanted to make sure that you guys knew that you are able to, even if you wanted to make a donation, even if you have an extra $25 to be able to put towards um, a donation to the website at brainfreedom.org, you can actually designate that to go specifically towards sponsoring a classroom with ProPower.
mhm.
Pardon me. Thank you. And that way, you know that it is going directly towards funding those classrooms and things like that. If you do not specify specifically for ProPower, it still goes for our free challenges to be able to be offered without incurring cost to people. We want to make sure that the information isn't behind a gate as much as possible so that people can participate, they can join, so that we're able to bring these things out of the dark and to begin to protect communities. So,
Yes. Yeah.
um, it helps with our other curriculum. It helps with the podcast production costs because at this point it is educational so that people know that it's happening here in America because we still get asked, does that even happen here?
Yeah. That doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yes. Yes. Did you get to share
Okay.
Maureen's? Okay. Um,
Oh, I was going to share
Anywho.
We are so
Yeah.
thankful for you, Maureen.
Yes, we very much are. It has been just an honor to get to know you because it's been a fairly recent for me getting to know you. Um, let's see. Oh, thank you. So what we have now is our. Are you ready?
Am
Sign
I
off.
ready? Go ahead. What?
I was like, we have our sign off.
Sign off.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Already?
Oh,
Are you going
I
to announce the
forgot.
auction winners?
I forgot our auction winners, and I
You have
forgot
those, right?
our event that we have coming up.
Yes. So, real quick, we'll do our auction winners.
Yes,
And we got our tiny little promo for our next event.
yes. Also free. It is very free.
Yes, it'll be a free
Okay.
event. Aw.
All right. You ready? I am going to do the
Yes.
final
You have the auction winners.
list. All right. All right. So we had our bourbon and cigar tasting instant collection
Hmm.
that goes to Barbara Potts.
Yay! Congratulations, Barb.
Woo!
Excited for you. I know she's intending it as a gift, so that is really exciting.
Yes, to somebody who likes those sort of things, which
Yes.
is really cool. We had a myriad of different gifts, kind of all over the
Oh
place.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
that. All right, so we had the Father's Day S'mores Experience bundle, which
Yeah.
also went to Barbara Potts.
But I think that she was doing it on behalf of her friends. So she
Oh,
did
okay,
let us
okay,
know that. So
okay.
who couldn't quite figure out the format of the online auction.
Yeah. And then we have the leather wallet set,
Yes.
and that was won by Stephanie Snyder.
Hey, Stephanie,
Woo!
thank you so much. Thank you
Yes.
so much for getting on and bidding on the auction.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the Smash Burger set. Guess
Yes.
who won that? It was you.
That is also for a gift for somebody else. So I'm like, I
Okay.
have lots of summer birthdays and weddings coming up. I'm like,
Yeah,
someone needs this. So I bid on it.
absolutely. Absolutely. So we are so grateful for you guys. We just love that you have donated, that you've voted, that you have shared the posts, that you have liked our pages. All of those things help us to get promoted to new people all the time. Um, Listening to the podcast helps get it in front of more people.
Yeah.
And those things are free. Sharing the
Mhm.
posts, listening to the podcast, telling a friend about it, those sort of things. They are absolutely ways that you can partner with us in a way to help us get the word out, because that's what we need, is the word out so that communities can be safer.
Yes. All right. So our next quarterly event coming up. What? It's not even a month away.
Not even. It's less than a
It's
month
less than
away.
a month.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yes.
Woo.
So you can go to the event page on the bringfreedom.org website. Find that event coming up July 20th to the 22nd and get signed up now. But there will be a page on the website coming soon. But at this point, you can get signed up. You'll get all the details as we roll it out.
Mhm.
It'll be an online training conference with different speakers, and I'm already excited. I know it's going to be so good. It's always good, but
It's always good.
I always get excited.
Yes.
Yes, and on the 22nd,
Hmm.
besides it being the last day of the training conference, it's also our, do you want to say?
1 year
1 year
anniversary.
birthday, our first anniversary
Yes.
of Bring Freedom, and we're going to have a special VIP event. So I'm looking forward to rolling out those details too.
Yep. So the VIP events we send out are patrons.
Yeah.
So all of our patrons get access to some of those events so that they can see any behind the scenes, any additional things. It's pretty fun. So,
Yes. Our patrons
yay.
and most of our sponsors also. So,
Yep.
yeah. So that's going to be super fun. So, if you went in on that special goodness, become a patron or a sponsor. Thank you guys
Uh,
so much for hanging out with us today, rolling with us all week. It's definitely been a learning experience.
yes. Um, we did not have a winner for the guitar,
We're just going to have to save that.
right?
It's just going to have to take up that special space in my house a little bit longer. Because
Mm.
it's a beautiful item, and we're gonna save that for probably the next fundraiser.
Yep. So we do have an in-person event that will be coming up.
Yes, the next fundraiser will be in person. I think we'll also have an online thing like this, but
Oh yeah.
it'll be coming up in September. It is just in the early development stages now, but we've used this event to learn a lot to prep for the next event. So,
Hmm.
but it's been so fun to do this dad jokes for change. Uh, we're gonna do it again next year, but
Yeah.
better.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on a Saturday evening. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you can always post those in the comments,
Yeah.
and we will get back to you. We love you so much, and we're very excited.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.